Alrighty. Hi. Hi. So what's going on is my car was hit by a flying car tire, and the police have been out yesterday. Animal control's been out. The Welcome to Homelessness Committee's been out twice. I have a game plan. The dogs are getting adopted out. I'm finding homes for the dogs right now. The car is getting towed back to the people that, I don't know, I have a loan on it, so they're going to take the car back. I don't have the $200 to fix my car, so it's going to go back. So now I'm homeless. I have nowhere to go. I have to go live in a tent. I have to get rid of my storage unit. I have to stop everything. So this nice people over here, they bought me a car battery and they bought me fluid for my radiator because I had hopes that my radiator still works, but no, it has a massive leak in it. And it's my radiator is $79 and the cooling fan is $98. And even though that seems really cheap, when you don't have any money, you don't have any money.
Right.
So, yeah. And I was supposed to be in Chicago in 2 weeks at a business-to-business convention, sales convention, so to debut my business. And now I have to wait another year after 3 years of work and $20,000 and lawyers and patents and trademarks and copyrights and studying business international law. And yeah, so I'm not just homeless. Like, I have had a plan, and then God said, here's a tire in your car.
Well, at least you were able to get off the street.
Yeah, I actually found the footage from the cameras on the interstate. You can see my car. The cameras are actually pretty bad, but you can see my car coming off the interstate onto the on-ramp here, this on-ramp, and you can see it's my car because this is not working.
Do your dogs need dog food?
No, we have huge amounts of dog food. We have huge amounts of water. We're fine on that. We have plenty of poop bags. I'm a dog. They're part of my business, actually. We have a traveling theater show that goes with my product.
Okay.
So in the 80s and probably in the late 70s too, they had TV shows around. It was a marketing technique, so they would create these toys and these characters, and then they would create the TV shows to try and sell these toys. Mm-hmm. So that's what I did, was I created something, and then I was like, well, how do I sell it? So I have dogs. I was like, well, let me put the dogs in the commercials and everything like that. So, yeah, they're actually really well trained, but they also work security because we've been through hell. I've had people try and steal my car. I've had people try and tow the car with us in it. Yeah, they didn't see us in the car because how we live, I don't live like, I keep everything off the dashboard. I don't have piles of trash. You don't see piles in the windows.
Right.
When you shine flashlights, you don't really see anything because we're all just laying down.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't think we were in the car. Yeah, that was scary for them.
Yeah, this morning I left the house for work at about 5:30 this morning, and as I approached here, I saw all this, and it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, it sucks. I just spent $1,000 on fixing my car too, because I just put all new brakes and rotors on. I put an all new caliper back here. I did all the work myself, so if I can get this radiator and this fan, I have the tools. I can do it. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of work that I could do, but I can't rebuild an engine. I don't think I could do spark plugs. I can't change my own shocks. So there are some things I can do myself, but there are some things I obviously can't, because you have to put the car on a lift. It was exhausting changing these tires, but it was funny though, because the first one I changed took me 8 hours, the second one took me 6 hours, the next one took me 4 hours, and then this one with the caliper only took me 2 hours, even though I had to bleed my brakes and put that caliper on. So it's like the more you do it, the faster you go. So I guess that's muscle memory.
Food.
No, we're good. I'm chewing on it. I have cans. I have several cans of soup and vegetables and all sorts of stuff. And I'm chowing on a bag of popcorn right now.
Yeah.
I just wish my tools were not in my storage unit. I just put them away. I just redid this brake 2 days ago. So 2 days ago I put my tools in my storage unit, and now I have no tools. So that's all. It's 3 hours walk to Hopkins, so. And they did give me bus tokens, but I don't know, they only gave me 4, and I'm not really quite sure the bus system here. Although I do have a phone, so that does work. And they lent me a battery charger too, so I have to give that back to them because it's empty now. But I don't know. I don't think God wants me to have my business. It's just a silly toy too. I make these talking face masks, and everybody made face masks during COVID, but I never saw anybody doing anything what I thought of. So there's this one lady in Georgia, but she doesn't do masks. She's a teacher. She's not retired, but she's a teacher, and she's about my age. But it's color your own fabric. So what she makes is like placemats and pencil cases and backpacks and stuffed animals and Christmas ornaments. And you can wash it, color it, wash it again, color it again. It just washes right out with those Crayola washable markers. And she, believe it or not, she has a lot of business people that buy these things because they'll be in meetings and they'll just be coloring placemats during Zoom meetings, which is funny. But mine are masks, so I'm selling for gift shops at like haunted houses and attractions, Christmas. I have other ones for holidays too. They're pretty nifty. I used to work in film and television in Hollywood, and I learned a lot. Yeah, I got a state-sponsored scholarship to go to Panavision to work on actual film cameras, like real old school ones. Yeah, it was right when they were starting to do everything digital. Now they just film them. 90% of films you see in the theater are on cell phones. They film them on cell phones now. On the iPhone. They do.
They're really nice.
They do. They really do. But the larger ones, like the Marvel films, those are on actual film. Like the really big budget films.
Well, they need it.
They need real film.
Graphics.
That's what they do.
Yeah. So my concern is
well, the dogs are getting placement, so they're going. If nobody responds today, which if I hadn't passed out earlier, because it's exhausting. It's exhausting being in a car with no heat or air conditioning.
What's cooling
But
down
Animal
now?
Control gave me their phone number, so they're going to go to Animal Control. They can hold them for a week for free, and then after that, they get surrendered. I really don't want to because they're very well trained dogs. You could tell that one of them is a protection dog, and those tend to get put down and not adopted out. I'm really worried about that. So I've tried emailing several of the protection dog trainers around town. I haven't got a response yet, but people are busy. I don't know. So I emailed like 20 different agencies. The only one I didn't email was the Golden Retriever Rescue, which I was like, ugh. They might take him. It's the Midwest chapter, so. Yeah.
So is there anything that you can think of that you need?
Not unless you want to spend $80 on a radiator. That's about it.
Yeah, my husband was walking our dog, and when he mentioned you, he said, "Yeah, there's a lady with damage to her car. She's in the car. I didn't see you this morning.
I might have been asleep.
You were probably asleep. The dogs were asleep. I just thought, oh, there was an accident and all that."
Yeah,
and,
I didn't. All I saw was the car tire fly over the concrete divider, and then fly straight at me like this. Like it was at this angle, just straight in.
Yep.
And it wasn't flat. You could tell it wasn't flat.
Right.
I think it would have had more damage.
Right.
So, especially to this. This still works, so that's pretty nice. If I hadn't put on my brakes though, and allowed it time to come down and then jump back up, it would have hit me right there. Ooh, I'm shaking. I'm shaking from this. So, but the police said there's nobody to prosecute. There's no way to know. And I'm going, was there a car accident? Like, wouldn't have somebody called if there was a car accident?
And a semi that has
oh yeah, they
wheels.
do. They do lose tires.
Yeah.
That is the most dangerous
I've seen
thing.
it happen. I drive a bus, so I know what happens.
Oh, you drive like a city bus or a school bus?
No, it's more like a ride share,
Oh.
but it's through a thing called Southwest Prime. We service the whole Southwest corridor all the way out to Waconia, from Edina to Laconia, but then we do the entire 494 corridor.
And we might want to get under this tree. It's starting to rain.
Yeah. So we go to the 494 corridor, the airports, and so it's a neat service. It's one of a kind in the nation, and it's nonprofit. We charge $5 for a ride. We pick you up at your doorstep. We drop you off at your destination.
Wow.
You just call up within our business hours, and we take care of you.
Wow.
Make sure you get from point A to point B. Everyone is CDL certified, and it's not like Uber or Lyft, where you get Joe Blow off the street.
Oh, I
driving
don't.
you around. So.
I can't imagine that. Last time I took a taxi, I lived in New Orleans. That must have been 2010, possibly even like 2006. Like, and that was maybe a $10. Now they're $100 for a taxi.
Yeah.
In that short amount of time.
People that I pick up, they say, "How long have you been doing this?" And I said, "The company's been doing this for like 5 years, doing Prime service." And they said, I've never heard of it.
Yes,
And it's like it's word of mouth that that people are realizing that the service is out there, and it's like a majority of the people I take to the airport, which is a $10 ride just because of the distance, but we'll pick you up in Victoria and take you to the airport, and that's 30 miles for $10. So Uber, Lyft, you try to beat that.
They can't. No.
They can't.
No.
But we're federally and locally funded, and it's a service that is only for everybody in the Southwest Corridor, from Edina, Eden Prairie, Chaska, Chanhassen, Victoria, Shakopee, Carver, parts of Excelsior.
Yeah, so Hopkins is outside of that. That's north of that. Yeah.
But
I haven't been I have working those delivery apps. I've been quite far, but I've been out to Chaska, Shakopee, and Chanhassen.
So you live where?
We live in the car, and
no, but do you live here in the state?
No,
you don't.
Well, I mean, like technically, I live in the car. I've been here since August of last year.
Okay.
So working, and I've been trying to leave since November. Believe it or not, didn't work out. And this week, like I said, in 2 weeks I'm supposed to be in Chicago. There's the convention, business convention, on the 7th through the 9th. But oh well. I mean, if I started now walking, we could probably make it.
Not in this. You don't want to be out in the rain.
Oh, I know. I was in this one tent in the middle of a rainstorm, and I didn't realize that the tarps that they had given me were just moth-eaten and ragged, and I have one corner that may have been dry, but I definitely couldn't lay down. I had to sit with my belongings in my lap, just trying to not get my belongings wet through a rainstorm for like 12 hours. That's all. Yeah. That's when I found out there was a whole bunch of theft at the Target in my hometown. It's like, I don't know if it's a college town thing, but literally you can see it from Google Earth. It's that big. So the kids will go in and they'll steal. I learned a lot when I became homeless. I didn't become homeless due to a drug problem or anything like that. It was due to this guy called Jeffrey Epstein. And I didn't know. Yeah, no, that's a whole scandal right there. And my aunt tried to kill me because of him. It was a whole fucking thing. And now I'm begging her for money. So, because she paid for my dog. So, anyway. So what they'll do is they'll go in the Target, they'll steal all these clothes, and then they'll just go put them in the pile. And this pile is literally as big around as that house. And I'm not joking. Probably even bigger out to the trees. It's a huge pile. And it's at the Target in Columbia, Missouri.
Okay.
There's a patch of land across the street that's just been for sale. ever since I was born. It's still for sale. So, and it's just like a wooded area, but it's a big circle of clothes, big pile of clothes, and there's occasional shopping carts and clothing racks and just the weirdest thing. I think there's a mannequin in there too. I don't know if it's like a ritual that these kids go through. It was weirded out. You'll see like trees growing through all the clothes.
Oh, God.
And then the clothes aren't, half the clothes are like so old, some of them still have tags on them and they're not rotting. So it makes me wonder, what are we wearing that doesn't rot? What am I wearing?
Polyester.
This is rotted because some of the battery acid got on it. I just bought these pants too. The Walmart down in, not Burnsville, but you go below the next Walmart down on the 35.
Lakeville?
I think it is Lakeville. It might be further down, but yeah, the Lakeville down there. They have all of these clothes for sale for $5. All of these clothes. I said, oh my gosh, I need pants. I desperately needed pants because I've been wearing my pants so that they've got holes in them. Like you rub the thighs, they got holes. I've been wearing them since then. I was like, I need pants. I broke down and I bought like, that's where this came from, and that's where this came from. I broke. They have good sale on clothes right now. So I guess it's all winter clothes, but I don't know. I was amazed that they had 100% cotton clothes. These are 100% cotton.
Oh.
Hippie pants. I've never seen anything like it. Comfy. Very comfy. Anyway, I know enough about clothes.
Okay, so you're okay?
I mean, I'm gonna be okay. It just sucks that it's the parts are so cheap, but I only have $80 to my name. And I was thinking about just spending that on the radiator itself because here's my thoughts is that I guess I want to be even more broke because the engine's going to overheat within minutes if I don't have the cooling fans, which is $90 something. And if I go get my tools, I can do this. I know you think I can't, but it's all just hose. Radiators are just hoses. It's not really, there's no electronics. So there's electronics in the engine. I've learned a lot about cars this year. A lot. It's kind of weird that this hoodie was $5 and it's a car hoodie. That's kind of weird.
So I was concerned when I saw the car this morning and saw this. I thought, oh, something happened.
Oh yeah, that's previous damage. I bolted that on.
Okay.
That is, yeah. That's what I'm going to do with the rest of the bumper. So I'll just bolt it on and wire it and it looks fine. I do need another bumper bar though, because that's the cosmetic bumper, but there's a bar that goes across it. That thing is pushed in, and I have to remove that to put the new radiator in, and I need a new one of these bars. I've seen people drive around without them, but
It's against the law.
Yeah, tell it to all these crazy people downtown that have all these cars that the cops won't arrest.
Yeah.
At least y'all aren't like Portland, Oregon. That place is wrecked. There are people that love Portland and it's beautiful, but no. I went there because I tried to find my dad. He lives in Portland. I think he's either deceased or he's just gone AWOL. I don't know. I found out though that the state of Portland, the state of Washington, and the state of Nevada are all holding money for him in the Treasury Department. So if he's dead, I can claim all that. But it takes like a month.
So what are your plans?
The dogs go to the dogs are gonna go to the animal shelter. The car is gonna get repoed. I'm gonna go live in a tent and work at McDonald's again. At least I have a nice tent. Yeah, it really sucked working at McDonald's, and then I had a huge duffel bag on my back, and then I had the one bag dedicated to my tent and tent supplies. and then another dedicated to just like bathing supplies, because you can't take full showers, so you have to spot bathe,
Right.
and you need like paper towels and regular towels, and always socks, always needing socks, always needing socks. That was the most annoying thing, was going through multiple pairs of socks in a day, especially when it's like this. You go
Yeah.
through 2-3 pairs of socks.
Yeah.